Hi there, Lindsay here, the Frugal Crafter. Today we're going to dive deep into the world of acrylic markers to help you decide the type of marker that's best for you in the projects you create. There are many lines of markers available, but they can be categorized into three main types: valve action or pump style markers, direct liquid ink markers, and cotton core or capillary style markers. We'll look at the pros and cons of each style of marker so you can pick the best set for you. First up, we have the oldest style of acrylic paint pen, the pump or valve style marker. To use these markers, you first need to shake them well to mix the ink, and then press the tip of the marker to your paper to release the ink into the nib. Before using these markers for the first time, you have to activate them, which can be a time-consuming process, but after that, it's easy. These markers usually have hard felt or plastic nibs and are durable on rough surfaces like rocks or ceramic. These are good for larger projects as you can simply pump the nib when you need more ink. Some of these are even refillable, making them more economical. The ability to feed out a robust amount of ink makes for excellent coverage, opacity, and saturation, and great for large projects. Because of the hard nibs, they're not the best at blending and they tend to pill paper. But Ohuhu has come out with a valve-style brush marker where you can press the back end of the marker to release more ink. And it's gentle on paper, so to me, it's the best of both worlds. Let's take a look at the pros and cons of the valve or pump style markers. First of all, we have the greatest variety of nibs available. You do need to shake these before using and pump them when you first get started, but we have a hard fine plastic nib, have a bullet nib, we've got brush nibs. Now remember, you do have to shake these each time you use them. Now we have the direct liquid ink acrylic markers. They come ready to use. All you need to do is shake, uncap, and paint. They have great coverage and come in a beautiful array of colors. They have brush tips, making blending easy, and they won't damage the paper like hard-tipped markers can. They're best for smooth surfaces, as rough surfaces can damage the brush tip. These markers are ideal for paper, primed canvas, and other smooth surfaces, and it's a set I reach for the most often. Now let's look at the pros and cons of the direct or liquid ink markers. These come ready to go, but you do need to give them a little bit of a shake. There's a nice little window on the side of the marker that shows you how much ink you have left, and it shows you whether or not the ink is shook up very well. Look at that. See how you can see the different colors of ink? You want to shake it so everything is a uniform color in there. And they are gentle on paper, so if you are a coloring book artist, a paper crafter, or a sketchbook artist, these are unlikely to damage your paper. Even working back and forth over the same place. They're not refillable. At least I've not seen a refillable option for these direct ink markers yet. And they're kind of on the small side, so you're not going to be getting as much ink as you would in the valve style markers. Finally, we have the cotton core markers. These markers are ready to use, no shaking or pumping required. They're great for artists and crafters who just want a quick no-mess accent on a page and don't want to bother with pumping and shaking. They're ready to use when you are. The brush tips are gentle on the paper and blend well. They're not as opaque as the other options we discussed, and the soft brush nibs could get damaged if used on rough surfaces. I'd recommend these for paper crafters and sketchbook artists or anyone with hand strength issues, as the caps are easy to remove and replace, and no repetitive shaking or pumping is required. And finally, pros and cons of the cotton core or capillary style markers. The first pro is that they are easy to use. That's all you gotta do. You take the cap off, and you are ready to go. Since these are not so juicy, like I mentioned, they're going to work good on thin paper, such as coloring books and Bible pages, and they are the least expensive out of all of the options that we've looked at. The cons, the biggest con I would say is that they're not as opaque as the other styles. So if we look at these color swatches here, and you look at the color on white versus the color on black, you can see how when you're working them on over dark colors, they're not going to be as opaque. Working in a coloring book, that's not going to be a big issue, but just something to keep in mind, you do lose a lot of coverage on black paper. So just like there's a lid for every pot, there is the perfect marker for you. So I hope this guide helped you decide what that marker would be.